my name is Agatha, and this is your monthly 2016 reading. This month we are going to use the Carmel Angels, so it's going to be an oracle reading. Remember, please, that this is a very generalized forecast, and also check your sun, moon, and rising sign, and also if you have a stellium in any given sign, please check that reading as well. If you'd like a personal consultation with me, below you can see my email and also the services. You click that link and you'll be directed to the page to my blog where you see all the services that I have to provide for you, along with the prices. So if you'd like a personal consultation, please send me an email to duniazad@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. This month is going to be a 9 card spread, so I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to use the spread that came out with this little book, Karma Angels. I don't know if you can see it, probably not. How do you say? So, on this side, which is the right side, there will be the opportunities that will be available to you this month, and then on the left side there will be the challenges. So if you overcome these challenges, on the right column you'll have the opportunities for this month. The middle card is more or less the middle card. What is it? It's the house of the divine, or what energy is most close to you at this time. And then above the middle card, the up card will be the future for you during this month, and below the middle card there will be it shows what you must concentrate on this month to achieve the most positive life changes. The future could be a negative or could be a positive. If you focus, you know, on whatever it comes out for you here, you can achieve more easily if it's something positive, or you can change the possible if outcome if you focus in whatever the angels tell you to focus on. If the future could be like a negative card. So this is how it's going to be. I'm explaining this for you so you can understand how the spread generally. So that's it. On to your reading. Bye bye. Hello Sagittarius. So this is your reading for January 2016. What is the general energy for the entire month? It is represented by the angel Ananchel or Anankel, which is number 24. The challenge is doing what is good, not what appears necessary, and the lesson is only that which is built from love will survive. This angel, Ananchel or Anankel, beauty bringer, this angel is the grace of God and asks us that we do what is most beautiful, create what is most harmonious, and love what we do. If you are struggling, this card shows that you must rather turn your hand to something that you love. This is a very good month for you, Sagittarius. So, yeah, do something for the whole of the month. Try to work on something that really fills you with pleasure, whatever it is. You see, this is a very artistic type of angel. So he's playing the violin, and below there are other musical instruments. There's a little harp, and there's, I don't know, maybe another violin in the clouds, and like a trombone or something again in the clouds, like a tambourine here, a picture frame, a book. He paints, so he can do all sorts of things. So if it's something which is artistic, try to do that every day. So surround yourself with beauty, and work on something that you love, because that's the general energy for the entire month, Sagittarius, in January 2016. And what is the opportunity which is available to you in the beginning of the month? I'm going to read this as the beginning, middle, and end of the month. So the opportunity which is available to you is presented by Uriel, which is number 4. Uriel is prophetic poetry. The challenge is see your part in the plan, and the lesson is sometimes we do not know the bigger picture. Known as God is my light, he is an angel who will bring light and understanding to difficulties. Listen out for wise guidance and act upon it. Uriel will show you the way. This angel also points out that what is happening in your life is part of a greater plan. So there's in the beginning of the month in January, Sagittarius, uh, if there's any type of difficulties, you'll know why. You'll uh, yes, you'll know why that's happening. Maybe you need to do something that you don't exactly understand why you need to do it. But understand that you don't have to know the bigger picture. You just have to do your part of the plan. So wise guidance, also listen to whatever messages come to you. It could come from like watching the commercials on TV, listening to the radio, a stranger passing by talking on the cell phone, and whatever he says or she says kind of speaks directly to you. So listen out. Those messages can come from Uriel. Yeah, ring light perfective poetry. You will bring light and understanding to difficulties. So you understand something in the middle, that there's an opportunity for you to understand something. In the beginning of the month, there's an opportunity for you to work on something that you might not see what's the point, but you whatever you're doing is part of a bigger plan. You just have to do your part. And what is the challenge you must overcome to take full advantage of this opportunity that comes to you? The challenge is represented by Aziel, which is number 28. Aziel, calming conflict, and the challenge is work without lust of results, which is interesting because it's in tune for the energy for the whole month, represented by Anankel, working whatever is most harmonious to you, which brings beauty, which you really love to do, even if it's a hobby. And this is work without lust of result. You work on something just because you love it, not because of the result it will bring you. The lesson is nothing can be built from conflict. Deriving from the name Union of God, this angel asks us to calm conflict and bring different aspects of any situation together. It is not a time to go separate ways but work together. On a more material level, this angel rewards the innocent, so the advice of this card is to work purely and you will be rewarded. I think it talks more about that, of working purely. So if there's any type of conflict in your workplace, within your personal relationships, a way to avoid being immersed in this conflict is to um, separate yourself from it and work on something that brings you joy. A hobby you really like. Let's say you like to build, to work on jewelry, and it's not even to sell. It's something that you really 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 love. Again, I would say something artistic. Work on it uh, purely out of love. Purely, that's the challenge. If you work on it purely out of love, the challenge. If you overcome this challenge, if you overcome the challenge of conflict, I don't think it's to do with anything to do with working together. I think it's more working with yourself in a way that uh, that satisfies you. So overcome this challenge by overcome conflict by working on something that you really like, and the opportunity will come to you, which I've spoken about it. Number 4, I've forgotten, Uriel. And you'll be contributing to a bigger plan, a bigger picture. Yeah, and if you do that, you will also receive wise guidance by Uriel, and whatever message you receive, you should act upon it. So this is the beginning of the month in January. In the middle of the month, the opportunity which is presented to you, which is present and available to you, is represented by Metatron, which is number 9. Trials and tribulations. The challenge is taking a leap into the unknown, and the lesson is angels will bear us up when we have faith. Um, the name of this angel is well known to many who study the angelical realm. Although the origin of the name is still debated, Metatron is called the youth in the Zohar, and is often associated with stories of ascension and transformation. In a reading, the card brings the challenges of making a change in your life, and assurance that these changes are eventually rewarded. So maybe in the middle of the month, the opportunity for you is to take a leap into the unknown, is to make a change in your life. Maybe there's some sort of big transformation in the middle of the month to you, Sagittarius. And what is the challenge you must overcome in order to take full advantage of the opportunity to make a change in your life, to transform yourself? The challenge in the middle of the month is presented to you by Anael, which is number 17. The challenge is moving on from a troublesome situation, and the lesson is regret is of no use in the future. This angel, the title is Comfort and Compassion, also spelled Hanael. He champions the innocent and virtuous. He is often listed as one of the 7 archangels and is associated with the planet Venus. If you see in the necklace around his neck, that symbol is the symbol of Venus. It's like, you can see it. This means that the card brings a natural cycle into our life, and justice or balance, because Venus also is associated not just with love, but with harmony and with balance and with fairness. So justice or balance is brought to a complicated situation. It is a card of calling it quits, peacemaking, and burying the hatchet. So, what is the challenge you must overcome? So maybe there's a situation that needs to end, and you find it difficult. Maybe there's a situation. It could be for some of you, to do with personal, intimate relationships, and you've tried and tried, but there's no point of continuing within that relationship, because all that you could do, or all that you both could do, no longer works. So you must understand that things have a natural cycle and they end. So move on from that situation in a nice, loving way, without conflict, and accept that needed to end. If you do that, then you will have in the middle of the month transformation in your life. There will be some sort of change, and I would say a positive change. Now, this calling it quits, this moving on from a troublesome situation might not have to do with personal relationships. It could be, work relationships, even family relationships, anything in your life which no longer works. Even a career that you don't like anymore for some reason, or a career that makes no sense to you anymore, even though you like it, but if you like, there's no more growth for you as a person within that career, and you feel, and there's, it's time to move on. So that's the challenge you need to overcome, so you can take full advantage of the opportunity which comes to you in the middle of the month, which brings you transformation and change and a leap to the unknown. I would say like a big giant leap. In the end of the month, what is the opportunity which is given to you? Well, it's presented to you by Cassiel, which is number 18. I always think of this angel as the ninja angel, and this angel is a bit different from all the others. All the others talk about, in conflict, be nice, work in what makes you happy. This guy brings tears and sorrows to those who deserve it. It's a different type of angel. Okay, so and he doesn't care all that much, according to this deck. He doesn't care about human affairs. I don't know. It's different. So Cassiel, mediator and meditator. The challenge is to live in the world but be not of it. The lesson is life will continue regardless. This enigmatic and distant Kabbalistic angel remains aloof and often hidden from human affairs. He is associated with Saturn, so he can bring tears and sorrow to those who deserve it. However, he also brings a state of moderation because Saturn restricts everything, including pain. He brings a state of moderation to chaotic situations, again, because Saturn is structure. If this card appears as advice for one's own actions, we must take it that we should remain impartial and let events take their course. Okay? There should be no further meddling or engagement in the situation. Okay. If something like difficult happens in the end of the month of January 2016 Sagittarius, for you or for others, or even wherever you live, the way to handle it, the opportunity. So the way to handle it is to not engage too much in it, not be emotionally too much, to give too much emotion to the situation, whatever the situation is. It could be something pertaining to you or to others. If you do that, whatever sorrow or tears which are coming your way will be moderated. So you will not suffer as much. The opportunity here is to suffer less. Okay? So this is a good angel if you see things that way. It doesn't take away the sorrow, but it moderates it if you behave within a certain way, which is if you are impartial, if you don't meddle in the situation, if you do not engage. And again, I would say, if you are observe the world in all. Observe but not engage to it, live in a world but not be of it. If you meditate also, meditating also helps you serene your emotions. If you serene your emotional self, you are in a state where you can see things more clearly and take the right type of action. So this is the opportunity, okay, in the end of the month. So what is the challenge you must overcome to take full advantage of that opportunity, which will bring you a way to moderate whatever sorrow and tears coming your way? So the challenge is given to you by Mitzriel, number 20. The challenge is to see what is in front of us, okay? That already tells you, like, be aware of whatever is right in front of you. Don't try to see to explain it in a different way. The lesson is things are not always as they appear. Okay, this is a bit different, but let's see what it says. Mitzrael, truth in teaching. With the presence of Mitzrael, we are reminded that the truth will out. So the challenge has to do with some sort of revelation. He brings our attention to lies and misleading situations, alerting us to deception. In doing so, it teaches us that we must not take any situation at face value, but always look to the deeper desires or higher intentions of people. If there are situations of hypocrisy or lack of faithfulness, This card will call our minds to test our relationships. So I would say that the challenge has to do with some sort of revelation. Okay, a truth that comes out in the end at the end of the month for you, Sagittarius 2016, and uh, you can see it both ways. One, see exactly how as it is, this revelation. The other way to see it is things are not always as they appear, meaning I would say that in a more spiritual way. Let's say that someone, I'm going to give an example. I have no idea if this, it's just an example, okay? I'm making stuff up. Let's say that your boyfriend uh, cheats on you, okay? And he really hurt you, and the truth comes out, okay? On the surface, the challenge is to see things exactly as they are, okay? And to accept them and not make excuses for him. He did that. You must accept it. So if you see the reality and if you not try to blame the other person, like, oh, the girl was to blame, but not he, because he's a saint. No, she did. Just acknowledge that. If you acknowledge that, the reality and the truth in front of you, the opportunity for you to diminish your sorrow is present. Okay, that's the surface. Let's see another way of seeing this, a more spiritual way. He cheated on you. Why? Let's say before you both came to Earth, I don't know, okay? This is an hypothesis. I have no idea, okay? Let's say before you both came to Earth and you were two souls in heaven and you are really good friends with each other, and you Sagittarius wanted to learn how, for instance, how to love people, how to love better, but not be attached to them. And this other soul, who is your boyfriend now, tells you, "I'll teach you that. I'll do that to you. I'll teach you how to love and but with no attachment, or try to destroy your attachments, or because you as a soul feel that sometimes these attachments are not good for your soul growth. I'll do that. The person or the soul who will become your boyfriend, I'll cheat on you, and that will teach you." So that could be the highest intentions. Understand? Things are not always as they appear. On the surface, you see the truth and you act upon the truth. Below the surface, there's a higher spiritual meaning. Okay? And this person is helping you grow spiritually. Okay, that's how one can see it. And if you try to serene yourself, try to observe the world but not be of it, if you meditate, your sorrows, your tears, your pain will be moderated by Cassia. Okay? So, what is the possible outcome or the result? Yeah. For this month of January 2016, 2016, for you, Sagittarius, and it is represented by Ariel, number 5. Ariel, realistic revelation. The challenge is, are you ready to be free? And the lesson is, your cage is made by you, so you are the key. It's interesting. The Lion of God. This card speaks of that which is hidden being revealed again with the revelation at the end of the month. Something that has long mystified you will become clear, and it will no longer hold you back. So might be even something about you that you're not aware of it yourself, and maybe at the end of the month, whatever revelation that comes to you will make you understand your own self. You will discover a new purpose spiritually and materially. Success is in sight. Liberation is at hand. A release from a commitment. This is good. Like, generally, this is good. So there might be a revelation, something which is revealed, and it could be in everything, professional life, personal life, romantic or not, in anything, okay, of your life. And suddenly you'll understand something, probably about yourself. And this will make you see another pathway spiritually, even, and that will kind of help you uh, open up more material possibilities for you. So, success is insight. It's like it's liberation, but it's more, I would say, liberation like an emotional type of thing. Emotional, release from a commitment. Yeah, because you don't need this commitment anymore, because whatever you were in this commitment, whatever it was, to learn something, and then you learn it. You learn it, therefore you are liberated. Because you are liberated, you see things in a different way, in a different light, and that will open up even a new material life for you, Sagittarius. And what is the action that you must pursue, that you must take, in order to take full advantage of this possible outcome? Okay, what is the course of action? It is represented by Akaya or Achaya, which is number 27. If you see, he's holding, I think it's an hourglass. It's a device which measures time, and just because of that, I'm going to think Saturn, because Saturn rules time. Patience, perseverance. These again are words related to Saturn. The challenge is testing out even the obvious situations. The lesson is what is thought in the first moment is often true, more or less to deal with intuition. So, an angel, again, according to the book, an angel whose name means trouble. In a reading, he will help you to bring about changes in your life. So it's a month of change. It's a month of liberation, of possible success. Might be some truths might be revealed that might cause you some sort of pain. But if you take the right type of action, if you moderate yourself, your feelings, there will be change, positive change in your life. He advises you to be shrewd and not to take things at face value. Again, with these things at face value, but I'm thinking spiritually wise. Okay, if something does not feel right, it invariably is not. You must at all times question that which does not make sense. Okay, um, use your intuition. Also, whatever truth comes to you at the end of the month, revelation, see it for what it is. Yes, but also you can also use your intuition to take full advantage of these opportunities of success and a new material life. It is also important that you are patient, you use perseverance, but you use intuition. Let's say you want to uh, so yes, he advises to be shrewd. He will help you bring changes about your life. Let's say you want to move to another country and you're searching for a job. So, and there's maybe an offering or two offers or three or whatever. Listen to your intuition. If your intuition tells you, oh, this is too good to be true, it probably is. Oh, this doesn't seem right, and I don't know why it doesn't seem right, because everything checks out, but still I have like this feeling. Listen to your feeling, meaning take kind of a step back, be smart, listen to your intuition, moderate your emotions, your feelings, meditate, um, acknowledge whatever truth is revealed to you, focus on beauty. If you don't know what to do, if there's some sort of difficulty in what route to take, and focus on things that make you feel good, because that helps you calm conflict. And if you do all things, then you'll have some sort of success in January 2016. And that's it. That's the reading that I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope you have a great month. If you'd like a private consultation with me, please send an email to duniazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you.